Batman. So yeah, not gonna brag, but yeah, saw the Batman yesterday. It's really good. Hello everyone, my name is Jaden and welcome back to Gotham City. Today we're continuing our journey through the Batman by skipping the DCEU films and talking about the Batman. This video is going to have no spoilers in it. I'm going to try not to have spoilers. If I do, I am sorry. Don't watch my video. But yeah, this is my spoiler-free thoughts. I got my outline right here like I did for No Way Home when that came out. Superhero things are like a thing. Superhero films are like a thing. So basically, I'm not the biggest fan of like DC, Marvel, superhero films, but when it comes to superhero movies that I like, it starts a rabbit hole. And right now, I do like superhero films. They're pretty good. I got my Batman poster right here. It's basically Robert Pattinson's face. I got my Batman poster right here. It's off center and it looks weird, but I need space over here and it looks fine from this angle. So, okay. So I'm going to be doing this in a pros, cons, and mixed things. Let me start off with the cons, because it does have just a little bit, which in spoilers, it does, it expands itself. So, the cons, it is way too in over its head in the last act. So, this film is split into like different parts, which I'm going to get to in my mix section, where it feels like it gets way too, I guess, like I said, in over its head. It feels way too comfortable and tries to force in some stuff that doesn't really need to be there. Like, there's an action sequence, badass, cool, it's amazing, it's Batman, Batman's awesome, but it doesn't fit in that well in where the movie's kind of already over. We already had that climax, but they needed to put that cherry on top, and it adds an extra 15 minutes of the film. What I also want to mention about that is that the film is 3 hours long. I don't want to say that's a con. That's it's not in my mix, but I just want to mention it here. It's 3 hours long, but it doesn't feel like that to the last half hour, and just the last whole section of the film is just kind of just compared to the rest of it, very lackluster. There's no, it's over. Stuff happened. The forced dialogue throughout of it is kind of just not good. It's forced. Like, some of the dialogue, not the monologues and stuff, but like just character-to-character dialogue is just very meh. It doesn't work for me. Like, some lines between Catwoman and Batman, just some of those romance lines feel like they're out of the Star Wars prequels.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
Selena, don't throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them.
And then my last con is the unnecessary comedy. I'm not talking about the Gordon in Batman. I'm talking about some stuff that they do with someone who's supposed to be a villain. I'm not going to mention him because I might spoil it for you. But yeah, that's some of it. There's some little quips between Batman and Gordon that I actually really like. It's just some of it doesn't need to be there. Yeah. So now we're into the mixed section. So my number one pick for mixed was that it is a 4-act narrative structure where the first half is, okay, not first half, but it's split into 4 halves. Oh my god, it's split into 4 quarters. The 4 acts. And the first one is really good, and the second one, the first 2, the half of the film is honestly, in my opinion, perfect. It's amazing Batman, which I'll get into in just a little bit. But the second half, it kind of I don't know. I don't want to say it's boring because it's not. It doesn't flow as well. It's the best way I could personally describe it is difficult because it doesn't necessarily fit that well in what we just saw. But I can't really explain it without giving examples, but that would include spoilers. Now to the pros. Batman's relationship with Commissioner Gordon is absolutely amazing. It is funny. It's not complicated, but it's a very good cop, bad cop. There's a line in there actually that they do. I'm not gonna say it, but it's a really funny line. Good, yeah. But they don't actually say Batman. Something I forgot to add in the cons is that his name is Vengeance. Why? It's Batman. I thought that was kind of dumb. It didn't fit. And also Robert Pattinson's voice, it doesn't really fit that well in some scenes where he's yelling. What are you doing? Yeah, the relationship with Commissioner Gordon, I don't want to say it's sweet, but it's kind of wholesome in such a gritty and disgusting world. These next three kind of all flow into each other. It's the tension-filled, the mystery and puzzles, and the Riddler. The first scene in the film is some of the scariest stuff I've ever seen in any movie. And if you've followed my channel for a decent amount of time, you'd know that I am a sucker for a good horror film. Woo! This is like a Zodiac. I haven't seen 7 because I got the plot twist spoiled, so I'm not really caring to see it, but now I kind of want to watch it because of this. Yeah, the first scene, the Riddler, is absolutely petrifying. And the Riddler himself, not what they do with him later, just that in my opinion. The mystery and puzzles are really good, and they're not too silly or too dumb. And they don't make this movie, what I like, it doesn't make you feel dumb, it kind of makes you feel like you're along for the ride, along with Batman, but you're not there, because you don't want to be there. This film is incredibly intense. There is, I want to say there's not a dull moment, but in the first, first 90 minutes, maybe even first 80, 90 minutes, there's not a single dull moment. It is straight, just perfection, and then it slowly dumbs down, and it kind of loosens itself just a little bit. Pacing, violence and the MPAA rating. So this film is PG-13. It does look like it should be R-rated. This looks like it should be an R-rated DC film. And it's not like they haven't gotten away with it. They did it with Joker. They did it with the Suicide Squad. But I guess it's just because it's Batman and he's a hero. I don't know. But they do their PG-13 F-bomb, I think not even 10, 15 minutes in. I don't know. I wasn't checking the time. Performances were absolutely amazing. Zoe Kravitz as the Black Cat, or the Black Cat is a different property, right? As Catwoman is great. She does an amazing job. They don't have to play her as badass action girl. She is great, just in general, because she's mostly her character instead of Catwoman. And yeah, so same thing with Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, people don't like his portrayal for some reason because it's not really a Bruce Wayne portrayal. I don't know. I honestly like the fact that it's Batman. As Batman, we don't have to worry about the dumbass playboy persona. And he can't, especially that funeral scene, which it's not a spoiler because they showcased it in previews, showcases the best of Bruce Wayne. There's very minimal of him. Something that Chris Stuckman mentioned, that I want to mention too, is his eyeshadow. I like the way that looks a lot, and when it shows the eyeshadow too, they're not afraid to show this man's wearing makeup. This movie's awesome. Probably my least favorite performance is Alfred, because Alfred is sidelined. There are quite a bit of sideline characters in this film. The Riddler kind of feels sidelined for the whole middle portion. I don't know. And I want the social commentary, the political commentary. That's kind of where the film got too and over its head, where the dialogue started feeling a little bit like DCU, not Kal-El, no, bad. But it's more along the lines of like Halloween Kills dialogue, or just like slasher fit. Not okay, like more just blank face dialogue. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. No, okay, let me finish off with the technical pros. This film is stunning, it is gorgeous, it is awesome. What they do to showcase that the criminals of the city are petrified of Batman. Whenever they show the signal in the sky, they're gone. They're petrified. They're like, are they coming for me? They showcase him in such an awesome way. Like, they even show the shadows, and it shows the paranoia of Gotham. And specific things like that. The Riddler, what they do with him in the opening scene, it's great. The sound design, the sound design is really cool. It is really good. I don't like what they do with some of the music, and they play Nirvana for some reason. Okay. He's got an email too. The framing and coloring of the film, it is very dark and grimy, but not too dark to where you can't see what's going on, because it feels like that, and it's not like Deathly Hallows Part 2 dark, but it is just dark enough to give a sense of unease and terror. I think the only bright shots are with the sunset in the background, and they're silhouettes. Something I want to mention is the set design, because I didn't write that down. The set design is absolutely wow. It is honestly better set design than Joker, because Joker, it had the stairs and the house, and that's it. But one thing I don't like about the set design is that Bruce Wayne's manor, which is very minimally showcased, is Hogwarts. It looks like Hogwarts, in my opinion, just the way the spires look. Maybe that's because that's how rich people or castles look. I don't know. The editing, great. Makeup, Colin Farrell as a Penguin. And the score, Michael Giacchino's bam, 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 bam. It's amazing. I love Michael Giacchino. He did The Incredibles theme, Rogue One, Up, Space Mountain. I love him to death. He makes such good scores, and he did not fall flat here. What I don't like is what they did with the music editing, and that they used it just a little bit too much. But yeah, that's it. If you don't have my rating system, a golden ticket is an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10, and a trophy is 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Before I give my rating, I want to say something real quick. When I was sitting outside the theater, when I was done, because I was on my way to see Sear now, I thought about it for a little bit. It took me a while to establish how I felt. That's why I made an outline. Because there's quite a bit of pros and cons about this film. There's a lot of pros, but it left kind of a bad taste in my mouth. But the first act was so good. It's like Spider-Man No Way Home. The first act kind of is weak, but the last 40 minutes is absolutely amazing. Same thing, it's the reverse of Batman. The first hour and a half is amazing. Even by the opening scene, you can tell it's different. It's Ave Maria. It's just so creepy and just so grimy, and it works so well. So that's why I'm going to be giving the Batman a 9 out of 10. I was floppy disk between a 8.5 to a 9. But 8.5 was what I gave the first Harry Potter film, and this is kinda, I don't want to say it's leagues better, but it's better. And this is like all-time superhero film. I don't want to say it's the greatest comic movie of all time because I haven't seen every one. This is probably just my favorite because of how just large scale it is. And this isn't recency bias. I don't think it's recency bias because recency bias is more just washing out every flaw like No Way Home. But yeah, The Batman, I love this one to death. Go see it if you haven't. I know this review is a little late, but who cares? You're not gonna watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay vengeful, everyone. No, stay gold, everyone. I was trying to do a thing for the movie, but I'm not gonna tell people to be vengeful.